Well, for more on China's mobile gaming industry, let's bring in Ziming Wang from SuperData Research. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Now, a lot of these mobile games have either a social aspect, multiplayer options, can be quite expensive, but then you have Travel Frog, much more simple and more passive. Can we expect to see more of these types of games?
Yes. In 2017, we saw a very robust 5% growth for simulation games. Although simulation games are really young and the segment is a lot smaller than popular games, like role-playing games, shooter games, or multiplayer online battle arena games, but the community is growing really fast, and we are also seeing high spending in this community. Therefore, we are expecting to see more simulation games like Travel Frog in 2018.
And how are they monetizing some of these games?
Take Travel Frog as an example. The game relies on in-game spending where you can buy Lucky Clover. It's an in-game currency that you can either get from waiting in the game or you can just buy with real-world currency. Another part of the game revenue comes from ad revenue, but it's a very passive ad revenue, which means that you can either, as a player, choose to watch ad or not. So the game in general, or a lot of simulation games in general, are very casual, very light. They don't have a lot of in-game spending for players to purchase or spend on, but this is one of the reasons why player likes to play it, because it is not too much of a commitment.
And so in terms of the trends that you're seeing, is it some of these gaming companies going in to just make a huge profit and then leave the market, or they're really trying to build with merchandising and things like licensing?
I would not be surprised to see more companies coming out simulation games and launch derivatives based on the game's IP. From the same studio that developed Travel Frog, Hit Point is a Japanese indie studio. They used to have the game is still running. It's called Kitty Garden, and it's a very successful IP. The studio developed toys, cookbook, home interior design side products, and they have a real person movie came out in 2017, which indicates that the company, the developer for this game, is definitely expanding the IP and try to make more physical derivatives out of the IP. So I would not be surprised to see the same situation goes for Travel Frog or any other simulation games.
Now, we're seeing that this is resonating very well with women gamers. Why is it resonating so well? And how much untapped potential is there for the women's gaming market in China?
So when we're looking at women gaming market, it is not a dedicated segment. We don't have a game that's called female game or women game. It's for the situation for Chinese female gamers is that there are not a lot of female-oriented games for them to choose from. Typically, female gamers are more driven to playing simulation games, puzzle games, or more casual games. And when we are looking at the top popular trending games in China, a lot of them, such as Arena of Valor or Crossfire, are very mid-core to even hardcore, and they're more male-oriented. But according to our survey data, we can see that even for games that are traditionally more male-oriented, there's a lot of female playing these games too. So.
I do want to get to just basically the size of the gaming population in China. About 500 million, according to Business Wire. That actually outnumbers the entire US population. So what sort of interest are we seeing from some of these foreign gaming companies trying to crack that very lucrative market in China?
It is really important to any foreign or even local gaming companies to understand the community. Female gamer community in China is a very well-educated, a very high-earning, and very passionate game community. They are very eager to see games that's designed with female in their mind and designed with gameplay or game style with female in their mind. Therefore, if the company have the female community in their mind and incorporate gameplay, game style, art design, and monetization that's more oriented to female, it's more likely for these companies to succeed in Chinese female gamer community.